Good morning, everyone. Need to fire up my diesel heater, but I'm out of diesel gas. One thing I didn't do is I did not put a fuel filter in the diesel heater when I installed it. It doesn't come with one. They recommend you put one in it. I mean, not the company that I bought this from, but YouTube recommends it. Everybody puts a fuel filter on them. I didn't. So what I'm going to do is I bought this portable fuel filter that whenever I need diesel gas, I'll just filter it, the gas, before I put it in. That is better than nothing, right? And this gets great reviews. So this will clean anything in the fuel that needs to be cleaned. 20 bucks, I think it was, on Amazon. So I just used a little bit of twine to tie it up. So, yeah, it doesn't fall all over the place. And we'll just leave that attached to this can, because this is the can that I use. And we went out to one of my diesel strong boxes and got another can of diesel to fill this up with. So this will filter out any of the bad stuff, supposedly. It filters it pretty quickly too. This filter takes out any water in the system, in the fuel too. Okay, so we'll take 4 pieces of scrap steel that we got, that we cut off the top and the bottom for the ammo storage box, and we'll just use some painter's tape and tape them together, and then we'll cut them all at once. And because I haven't used it in a very long time, it still has water in it. I'm going to fire up the big Harbor Freight bandsaw. That's the one we used in the last video. And except for my screw up, it performed flawlessly. So it's a good addition to the shop. If it seems like I'm yelling, it's because that diesel heater's pretty loud. Uh-oh, looks like I'd have to cut one more. I didn't see that one in there. Yeah, I had one stuck in the middle that wasn't quite long enough. I was using those blue colored nitrate gloves the last time. I used acetone, the blue ones, and it just melted right through them. This acetone just melted them. So, yeah, we keep learning every project. These black, thicker ones do a whole lot better. There's our corner pieces. Okay, that'll be the bottom. So in the past, what I used to do when I built boxes or storage containers or things like that is I used to just weld these. I used to put a level on them, clamp them down, and weld them to make sure that they're perfectly parallel as best as I could. And then I'd put the top, I'd weld the top on it. But what I invariably kept having to do was bend them, because it never really would line up. So this time, I'm just going to tack them up sideways like this, along with the top, and I think that'll be a lot better way of doing it. Don't you? I think you do. You see, that squares it up a lot better doing it this way. Now what I'll do is I'll just tack it down and flip it over so that it'll still have some play in it, and I can bust those tacks loose if I need to, or at least just bend them, and do the same on this side, which is actually now the top side. So the key is tacking it down strong enough so when you turn it over, it stays together. So once again, I'll be using my Harbor Freight Vulcan OmniPro 220 multi-purpose welder. And for ventilation, I'll be using my Harbor Freight portable 8-inch ventilator, which I stuck a flexible hose on the end. I'm going to be using 0.35 diameter wire. That's pretty much the only kind of wire I use. It's hard to tack stuff down on concrete because concrete's so cold. Okay, we got it level. We got it tacked down pretty good. Now we're going to weld it up. Going to be a pretty big, strong box. We got all the welds leveled out, ground out. And we got the frame completed. So, yeah, pretty happy with it. So now we got to get the sides. The lid will be the very last thing we do. All right, now let's go out into the shipping container and see what we have to work with. So I really do only want to use scrap metal. So we have that expanded steel, that expanded steel. A lot of it isn't going to be wide enough. We'll start with this. I might piece in some solid steel for the floor so things aren't falling out the bottom. Let's start with that. It's the only thing I could find that was a solid piece that would fit right on the bottom. So expanded steel it is. I'm not sure if I have enough to do the sides, but we'll piece something together. I thought I would try a Sawzall. Maybe it wouldn't be as messy as using a cutoff disc. Not that it'll work, we'll just try it. Clamp it down might be easier. And there's our bottom. We get it welded up. Yeah, a cutoff disc would have been easier. Hey, you don't know unless you try though, right? I might shore up the bottom with some steel strips going across it just for added support. Because, you know, ammo's pretty heavy. It's a lot of weight. Not that I have like this whole thing full. Maybe someday we'll make it for future, just in the future, in case we fill it up with ammo. Or bricks or cinder blocks. Cinder blocks, that's what we'll fill it up with, something heavy. Okay. I measured this expanded metal. I got enough for 2 sides. And then I'll just have to figure out what to do with the other 2. So we'll make these at least even on 2 opposite sides. Let's get the other 2 sides welded up. Okay, so far I have 2 sides done, and I found one more larger expanded steel to do at least one more of the 2 sides left. So we'll get it all pieced together with just scrap. I'm determined to, especially since I'm kind of broke till payday. Okay, we got to weld that up and figure out what to do with the one more side plus the top. We're getting there. Just need to figure out what to do with the front and the top. The nice part is I'm using up a lot of scrap, which is useless unless you use it, right? Right. Okay, just got back from the shipping container again, and behind some steel, I found this. And it by itself is not going to fit, so I'm going to piece this diamond plate in the center of it and cut a piece of this on either side of that, which, well, that'll work. And I found another piece over there that I should be able to piece together for the top. So I'm worried about the box right now, so we'll figure out, yeah, we'll get that cut and put into place first, and then we'll cut that. This is going to be loud. Alright, we'll center it up, get it clamped down, and then weld it up. Alright, we'll get it welded up, and then we'll get the expanded steel put in too. That's the front of the box. Now we'll cut the expanded metal and get it fitted in now. We should have enough now. Sweet. With just the diesel heater going in here, it's 60 degrees. And that's the only heat source. And it's cold outside, as you know. All right. We're gonna cut some expanded metal to put on the rest of this now. I'm starting to have a brain fog. No wonder I couldn't breathe. I forgot I had my mask on. Yeah, we got the box. We have it enclosed. Now I'm going to shore it up because it is a strong box, right? You know, like the pirates of old, a strong box. Only this will be stronger. Now, I am going to try to cut all of this steel at one time. Yes, I am. I've never cut this much steel at once. And the blade is pretty old. But we're going to do it nonetheless, or at least try it. Double check our measurements this time. Heck, it might be faster to cut them one at a time. Let's find out. We're going to need to set up our floor fan. Now that's one thing you can't do with the smaller Harbor Freight bandsaw. So we cut 10 pieces of steel at once. And so now I'm going to have to clean it up with the acetone again. Did I mention it's going to be a really strong box? We'll open the overhead door, let that acetone smell seep out of here, close it, heat it up, and do some more welding. So now we're going to evenly divide 10 iron bars in the strong box. Four on the back, 2 on the sides, and 2 in the front. I think we're going to call it a day. "58 degrees. That's on this side of the shop. I'd say it's coming out pretty good. And I'm here to tell you that baby's heavy. Ain't one person carrying that anywhere, especially if it's loaded with cinder blocks. I mean, ammo. I mean, whatever I put in it. I just need to put the lid on and paint it. So now you know what all that scrap steel I got was for. I got a little left. And remnants come in handy. We'll call this part 2. And we just need to get the lid on it. We need to get some what I call pallet fork lifts on the bottom of it. Or something like that. Okay, we'll finish this up on the next one. God bless you guys. See you later.